In a 2019 Ohio trial, a German Shepherd's aggressive barking at the defendant became a key factor in the jury's decision. The dog, present as an emotional support animal for a witness, reacted violently only when the accused stood up. Experts debated whether this was admissible, but the jury later admitted it influenced their guilty verdict. The use of therapy dogs to calm traumatized witnesses has sparked legal debates. Critics argue their presence sways jurors emotionally, while supporters claim they ensure fair testimony. A 2020 New York case saw a child witness hugging a golden retriever while testifying, leading to a conviction. In a controversial 2017 case, a police Canine persistently growled at a suspect during a lineup. Though not forensic evidence, the jury later cited the dog's reaction as intuitively convincing, raising ethical questions about animal influence in trials. In a 2016 fraud case, the defendant's own pet Dalmatian unexpectedly barked and hid when he swore under oath. The jury took this as a sign of deception, leading to his conviction. Legal scholars criticized the decision, calling it unscientific, but the case set a precedent for animal behavior in courtrooms. A 2021 California trial allowed an emotional support dog to sit with a rape survivor during testimony. The defense argued this unfairly swayed the jury, but the judge ruled it permissible. The case ignited debates on whether comfort animals create unjust sympathy in court. Canine units are often treated as reliable witnesses in drug and search cases. But a 2018 study revealed that dogs can be influenced by handler bias. Despite this, courts still heavily rely on their alerts, sometimes leading to wrongful convictions. But in a touching 2015 case, a defendant's loyal Labrador sat by him throughout the trial, even whining when the jury left to deliberate. Observers claimed this display of loyalty softened the jury, resulting in a lighter sentence. During a high-profile 2020 trial in Turkey, a stray dog wandered into the courtroom and lay at the plaintiff's feet. The judge allowed it to stay, and the media frenzy that followed pressured the court to rule in the plaintiff's favor. In a bizarre 2017 case, a recorded bark was submitted as evidence. The defense argued it was hearsay, but the judge allowed it, comparing it to forensic audio analysis. The case opened discussions on whether animal sounds can ever be legally valid evidence. A 2019 murder trial was cracked when dog hair found on the victim matched the suspect's pet. This marked one of the first times canine DNA was used as primary evidence, revolutionizing forensic science. Some courts now allow judges to have therapy dogs to reduce stress during intense trials. Critics argue this could subconsciously affect rulings, but proponents say it promotes fairer, calmer decision-making. In a 2014 case, a victim's dog attacked a man in court, years after the crime. The defense called it coincidence, but the jury saw it as recognition, leading to a conviction based partly on the dog's reaction. A 2021 divorce case involved a couple fighting over who kept their emotional support dog. The judge controversially ruled the dog could choose by seeing which owner it approached, setting a strange legal precedent. A police dog in a 2016 trial suddenly alerted to a juror, leading to the discovery of a concealed knife. The incident raised questions about security and whether canines should routinely scan courtrooms. A 2018 trial was declared a mistrial after a therapy dog suddenly barked during a key witness's testimony. The judge ruled the interruption prejudiced the jury, showing how animals can disrupt legal proceedings. In a groundbreaking 2022 UK case, a trauma victim's support dog was allowed to appear via live feed while the owner testified. The court ruled the virtual presence maintained the witness's composure without physically influencing jurors, setting a new standard for remote animal assistance in trials. During a 2019 animal cruelty sentencing, the prosecutor presented the defendant's former fighting dog, now rehabilitated, as evidence of redemption. The judge cited the transformation in giving a reduced sentence, acknowledging the capacity for change shown by the pit bull's recovery. Legal scholars clashed in a 2021 Harvard Law Review article about whether therapy dogs should undergo formal courtroom procedures. One professor argued for oath-adjacent affirmation, where handlers would swear to the dog's training, while others called this theatrical jurisprudence. A 2017 Florida divorce case turned when the wife demonstrated how the family dog would cower when the husband entered. Animal behaviorists testified this indicated sustained abuse, leading to a favorable settlement and sparking new uses of pet behavior in family court. In an unprecedented 2016 California trial, jurors requested to interact with the defendant's golden retriever during deliberations. The judge allowed brief contact, later stating, "The dog's calm demeanor humanized the accused in ways no testimony could." The defendant was acquitted. A 2020 murder trial took a dramatic turn when a cadaver dog signaled remains where forensic teams found nothing. Subsequent excavation proved the dog correct, leading to conviction and raising questions about prioritizing animal instincts over technology. During a high-profile 2018 fraud trial, a Labrador assisting an elderly witness began playing with a toy, causing jury smiles. The defense moved for mistrial, arguing this created undue sympathy, but the judge ruled it harmless, though legal blogs debated for months. Innocent Project lawyers secured a 2019 exoneration using dog hair DNA that proved their client couldn't have been at the crime scene. This marked a turning point in using pet genetic evidence for defense, not just prosecution. A 2021 police brutality case gained traction when the victim's dog reacted violently to audio evidence. The distinctive bark sequence when hearing the officer's voice helped authenticate the recording's timeline, becoming crucial evidence. When a veteran tried bringing his PTSD service dog to a 2020 SCOTUS hearing, justices debated for hours before denying entry. This highlighted the tension between federal disability laws and highest court traditions, inspiring congressional hearings. A Mexican courthouse adopted a stray in 2017 that later alerted to a nervous man carrying drugs. The court dog's involvement created legal chaos. Was he now a state agent requiring training records? The evidence was ultimately admitted. In a 2015 trial, the defendant claimed his dog was happy and relaxed. But a canine behaviorist testified the animal's excessive yawning indicated stress around its owner. This testimony helped secure a conviction, expanding use of animal stress signals in court. After a 2019 incident where an uncertified therapy dog snapped at a prosecutor, states began requiring national accreditation. This created backlogs in courts relying on these animals and sparked debates about equitable access to canine support. In a scene straight from Hollywood, a 2016 Arkansas tracking dog followed a scent from a crime scene directly to a spectator in court. The dramatic arrest raised questions about Fourth Amendment rights in judicial spaces. A 2018 case saw a man beat his neighbor with his own dog's chew toy. The bizarre weapon became central to the trial, with veterinarians testifying about the dog's subsequent fear of the object, used to demonstrate the attack's brutality. During sentencing for an animal hoarder, a rescue organization brought in his former pets. Their fearful reactions when he spoke convinced the judge to impose maximum penalties, establishing victim impact statements from animals in some states. A 2022 New York trial made history when the court reporter was ordered to notice service dogs' alerts, whines, pawing during testimony. This created a new standard for documenting animal reactions as potential evidence. A 2017 Russian mock trial used dogs to vote on defendants by approaching bowls labeled guilty/not guilty. When the dogs overwhelmingly favored acquittals regardless of evidence, the project was scrapped, but not before going viral. A diabetes alert dog assisting a witness began pawing at the judge during a 2019 trial. Medical tests later confirmed the judge had undiagnosed blood sugar issues, raising ethical questions about dogs detecting health conditions in legal professionals. A blind woman's guide dog suddenly lunged at a court interpreter in 2020. Investigation revealed the interpreter had burglarized the woman's home months prior. The dog remembered the scent, leading to new charges. Forensic experts in a 2021 appeal proved crime scene paw prints didn't match the defendant's dog, contrary to original testimony. This new science of canine fingerprinting has since freed multiple inmates. In an emotional 2016 ruling, a judge ordered a therapy dog present at a grieving family's proceedings after they testified the animal was the only one who could comfort them. This blurred lines between court mandates and animal welfare. When a small town's beloved courthouse dog reacted fearfully to a defendant in a 2018 case, the judge ruled the community's attachment to the animal might prejudice jurors, ordering an unprecedented location change. Some defense teams now use dogs to observe mock jury reactions, claiming humans reveal more honest emotions around animals. This controversial practice saw its first courtroom challenge in 2022, when a district attorney's allergy to dogs conflicted with a witness's need for a service animal. In 2019, he was forced to step down, possibly the first time animal limitations altered legal personnel. A 2017 case allowed footage of a defendant volunteering at a dog shelter as evidence of good character, despite objections. The jury later cited it as influencing their leniency. A 2020 wrongful death suit included provisions for the victim's dog's care and the damages, setting precedent for pets as recognized dependents in legal compensation. A man's 2018 burglary alibi was corroborated when neighbors testified his dog only barked at strangers and had been silent that night. Audio experts analyzed recordings to support his claim. In a shocking 2021 incident, a defendant's pit bull turned on his public defender during closing arguments. Some speculated the dog sensed dishonesty, while others blamed poor training. A 2019 attempt to use a dog's stress signals as a lie detector test was ruled inadmissible, but not before sparking a new field of forensic canine behavior analysis. A bailiff's dog wandered into the jury box during 2017 deliberations and refused to leave. The judge allowed it, later joking it was the most impartial participant. The incident inspired reforms about animals in deliberation rooms. A 2020 animal cruelty case hinged on whether the victim dog was a puppy, extending the statute. Veterinary forensic aging techniques, usually used for remains, were applied to the living animal. After a 2021 arson attack on a police K-9 unit, a court ordered the perpetrator to pay for the dog's medical care and trauma training, recognizing the animal as more than property. ###49. Canine behaviorists become expert witnesses /experto. The rise of certified forensic canine behavior specialists has created a new legal profession, with some earning $500 per hour to interpret dogs' reactions in court. As cases increasingly recognize dogs' evidentiary and emotional roles, legal theorists debate whether they should have limited participant status in proceedings, potentially the next frontier in animal-influenced justice. In a 2023 California burglary case, prosecutors used a family dog's microchip GPS records to prove the homeowners were away during the crime. The defense argued this constituted unlawful pet surveillance, but the judge admitted it as digital alibi evidence. A PTSD service animal blocked its veteran owner from entering a 2022 Colorado courtroom, later determined to be reacting to an armed marshal's hidden position. This sparked security protocol reforms regarding animal alerts in judicial buildings. A 2021 domestic violence case made history when the judge extended protections to the victim's golden retriever after the abuser threatened to start with the dog. This established pets as protected parties in some jurisdictions. During 2019 deliberations, jurors reportedly changed a murder verdict from death to life after the defendant's therapy dog made sad eyes at them through the courtroom window. Legal scholars still debate this as improper influence. A specially trained document-sniffing dog identified altered contracts in a 2018 corporate fraud case. While traditionally used for currency detection, this marked the first time a dog's nose proved ink tampering in court. A divorce attorney successfully used a couple's dog's social media posts, showing preferential treatment, to argue for pet custody in 2020. The photographed posts demonstrated stronger emotional bonds. A 2021 Massachusetts courthouse's resident cat repeatedly attacked therapy dogs, leading to feline removal. Animal rights groups protested what they called canine favoritism in legal settings. Prosecutors presented photos of a matted rescue dog's shamed expression as evidence of prolonged suffering in a 2017 animal cruelty trial. Behavioral experts later debunked guilty look science, but the conviction stood. A judge had to recuse herself from a 2022 case after the defendant proved she'd previously ruled against his dog in a park leash law violation. This established pets as potential conflict of interest factors. A city council's 2020 attempt to reduce a decorated K-9's medical benefits became a federal case about working animals' rights, setting precedent for service animal retirement packages. A German Shepherd's distinctive reaction to a critical 911 recording helped identify the caller in a 2019 homicide case, introducing canine voice recognition as an investigative tool. A courthouse golden retriever famously peed on a prosecutor's briefcase during a 2018 organized crime trial. The judge jokingly threatened contempt charges before declaring it canine commentary on the justice system. After a 2021 gang case where defendants threatened a testifying Canine, the U.S. Marshals Service temporarily relocated the dog, the first known instance of official witness protection for an animal. A 2023 appeal proved crime scene dog hair came from a different lineage than the defendant's alleged pet, exposing flawed original testimony about breed matching and securing a new trial. An addiction-sniffing service dog repeatedly alerted to a family court judge in 2020, leading to his eventual resignation and treatment. This raised ethical questions about dogs monitoring judicial officials. Forensic veterinarians in a 2019 murder case used insect evidence from the victim's dog's fur to establish timeline, marking the first use of canine entomology in court proceedings. A courthouse therapy Labrador's unexpected pregnancy during a 2021 high-profile trial caused juror distractions and media frenzy, forcing the judge to declare a mistrial due to extraordinary animal circumstances. That a 2018 defendant was charged with obstruction after his dog barked aggressively whenever a key witness spoke. The judge ruled this qualified as intimidation, adding 2 years to his sentence. A 2022 disability case featured a sign language interpreter translating for a deaf juror's service dog's alerts, likely the first instance of double interpretation for human and canine participants. A controversial 2023 study compared shelter dogs' reactions to inmates against algorithmic risk assessments. While dogs showed 72% accuracy versus AI's 65%, courts remain hesitant to adopt kennel-based sentencing. In a 2023 Florida fraud case, a TSA explosives detection dog began alerting to specific ink patterns on forged emotional support animal documents. This unexpected skill led to 17 indictments and prompted airports to implement K-9 document scanners. An Oregon probate court recognized a paw print alongside a licked thumbprint as valid while execution in 2022 after the deceased's border collie demonstrated consistent nose-touching behavior to documents, setting precedent for alternative authentication methods. Neuroscientists in a groundbreaking 2024 animal cruelty case used EEG caps to map a victim dog's brain responses when shown photos of suspected abusers. While controversial, the judge admitted the neural evidence as supporting testimony. An IRS ruling in 2024 allowed deducting a witness's service dog's anxiety medication as a necessary trial preparation expense, establishing new guidelines for animal-related legal costs. From forensic breakthroughs to emotional support, these 75 cases demonstrate how dogs are reshaping legal paradigms. As science better understands canine capabilities and courts increasingly recognize their unique value, we're witnessing the emergence of a hybrid justice system where species collaborate in truth-seeking. While ethical questions remain about animal influence on human judgment, one truth is undeniable. In courtrooms worldwide, the evidentiary knows, the comfort paw soothes, and the loyal heart reminds us that justice isn't purely human, it's humane. The future may see animal-inclusive jurisprudence becoming standard practice, with proper safeguards ensuring these remarkable interspecies partnerships enhance rather than undermine the rule of law.